guys, Boozer here. Just want to say hi. It's been a long time. I haven't posted a video in a really long time, mainly because of real life stuff. And I was pretty much done. I was waiting for the expansion, so I was doing my own thing. So I didn't feel like posting up anything, and there's nothing really significant to post. With that said, ROS is out, Reaper of Souls. It's been, I think it's been out for like 5 months now. Um, my first video in ROS. 2.1 patch just came out about 2 weeks ago, and it brought about a lot of cool stuff. Big update. Brought leaderboards. This is a great competitive format for people looking for a more competitive way to play the game. You basically run endless dungeons, increasing scaling difficulty, and you run it as fast as possible against a timer. And best time gets posted on a leaderboard. So they're called greater rifts. We also have these legendary gems now, which give us some extra effective DPS. Some of them have nice little abilities. There's a really cool gold vault goblin level now that randomly spawns from a goblin when you kill it. So that's great. Um, a huge DPS, a huge gold boost if you get it in T6. Um, yeah, it gives, yeah, you never have to worry about gold again. There's actually a really nice, cool gold legendary gem. Gives you a bunch of gold, um, and increases your speed when you pick up gold too. So it's awesome. Another cool format that they introduced with this new patch is seasons. You basically start a brand new character, no gear, no materials, no gold, and you level it up. Lots of incentives like cool achievements, cool gear that only you can get in seasons. But I believe they're ending each season after 2 months, and at the end of it, you get to keep all your gear, but you lose your character, and then it'll start a new season again, and then it'll start all over again. So it's a nice, different format if you're into that kind of stuff. Kind of like hardcore, where you start fresh. But I still been playing my regular characters. I love my wizard still. She basically took a back seat at the beginning of the Reaper of Souls just because wizards were not very effective. They were not competitive in terms of clearing efficiency and effort and gearing. So I spent my time playing the other classes, getting to know them. But now I am dedicating full time to my wizard just because she has been sorely neglected for so long. But now she is looking great. They fixed the Firebird's transmogs, which is awesome because that set looks great. Um, Back to the leaderboards. Actually, haven't been playing much of the Greater Rifts. Um, Maybe like 10 or so Greater Rifts. Been meaning to get on that a bit. I think currently I'm ranked somewhere around 90. Uh, when I posted my time, I was ranked 50. On day one, I was ranked 10. And then just to see, like, just to show how people have progressed, like, every day people are knocking you down. They're getting better. They're, getting better riffs. They're getting better gear. So it's great. It's a nice competitive aspect to the game. But right now I'm going to talk about just regular farming, just farming T6, just regular riffs, just looking for gear. And the specific gear that I'm actually looking for is the furnace. And the reason why I want a furnace is because it's actually much stronger than my current setup, weapon setup for greater rifts. So I really want it because I don't have it, and I would love to try it. With that said, it's really difficult to find the furnace because the drop rate on it is abysmal. It's very low. I do have two strength furnaces, but obviously they're strength. I can't use them on my in class. That sucks. But that is the looting game. So this is what we're doing. We're doing farming. So I'll just be farming T6. And right now I have 300 riftstone fragments, and I'm going to go to town on them, and hopefully I get within the 300. However, the odds are stacked. So I'm just going to go through my skills, my T6 skills. They are different than my Greater Rift skills. And my T6 gear, which are also different than my Greater Rift gear. So, just a quick rundown. I'll give you reasons why. Usually I start in Act 5 just because the obelisk and all the vendors are closer together. So Yeah, I know, right? Closer together, so you can just like port, and then you get the two spots. Anyways, so here's my gear set. Apocalypse, Fire Blizzard. Brand new skill for 2.1. It's the Fire Ruin of Blizzard. Uh, doesn't do increased damage. It has increased yardage, which is great for blanketing the screen. And also stacking the Firebird dot. So you want to stack the Firebird damage so that the mobs start ticking away right away. So this is really good skill now. Great area effect skill. For teleport, I chose wormhole. This is for mobility and for survivability. Um, for my armor, I chose ice armor. Now this does a couple things here. One, it slows, it freezes, it activates elemental exposure, and it breaks destructibles. So this activates my Vorzekian arm guards, which gives me a 50% speed boost, which is very important for getting through content very fast and efficiently. Next, I chose magic weapon. I chose conduit. I don't know if this is actually better than force weapon. Force weapon gives an extra 10% DPS boost, but this restores some arcane power. I just feel like just passive regeneration of arcane power is not enough sometimes, so I use conduit just as a failsafe. But usually this spot here I use sparkflint, just because a lot of times I don't feel that multi-impact gets used a lot because black hole is off cooldown quite a bit, and because one blizzard usually is enough to kill trash and one black hole is usually enough to kill elites. So this skill probably won't get used too much, but I'm going to try it out. uh, I'm pretty sure one hit from this would kill any trash and probably almost kill an elite. So, just going to be a nice extra attack. And we have Black Hole. Black Hole is an awesome spell. This got a little revamp from the patch. Nice damage buff. Great crowd control. Relatively low cooldown with some extra cooldown reduction on gear. So yeah, great utility spell all around. As for my passives, I chose Evocation for these two spells to work together with, 20% reduced cooldown. Elemental Exposure, I do activate all four elements. I have Cold right here. I use Fire skills, and my follower has Lightning and Arcane. So maximum 20%, minimum 10%, so that's a nice damage buff. I choose Illusionist. Illusionist is a great passive. Use this in T6 or Rift 40, Greater Rift 40. So far, almost every wizard build should use this. Great mobility, great survivability, great efficiency, just great skill. And I chose Blur as my last passive. It's kind of like one of those passives where it's like, well, what else is there left to use? I'm not going to choose Glass Cannon. I'm not going to choose Conflag. But Blur is generally pretty good, especially if I'm not running Prismatic or Energy Armor. It's like straight reduced damage. Let's check out the gear real quick. So I'm using a Sunkeeper with Firebird offhand. Sunkeeper, Firebird offhand. My Sunkeeper is kind of average. Nothing really. It has near max elite damage, which is what we're looking for, but the damage range isn't that good. I'm using a Unity, so I do have a Unity combo on my follower. I don't see any reason not to use this for solo, especially if it increases your efficiency. For party, obviously this does not work. But for solo, I feel it is a tool, and tools are meant to be used, so why not use it? It is socketed with the Stone of Vengeance. This is a great stone for this build, especially a range build where you have to run away from stuff. So the damage increase is awesome. Stun is a nice secondary effect as well. I chose to use Cinder Coat because of the reduction in fire cost. For my Greater Rifts setup, I actually used a Mage Fist and a Firebird chest because my Mage Fist has Vit on it and my Firebird's gloves do not. So this is not ideal. I'd rather have Vitality instead of attack speed here. But I chose to give up the Vitality for the extra reduction just because in this lower difficulty, T6, my damage is enough to kill things in one hit, so I'll be recasting spells quite often. So I'll probably need some extra reduction to make sure that I have enough arcane power to sustain extra casts of spells. I do run, as for my other gear, I run the 6-piece Firebird set. Nothing too crazy, pretty generic stuff. They're not average. They're borderline really good, I guess. Like this one's really good. Yeah, they're borderline good. Uh, Stone of Jordan, excellent item. Pretty much every character should run one. The damage on this thing is impossible to make up. Socket it with the Bane of the Powerful, you get an extra 20% after you kill an elite. Since there's tons of elites and 1 minute is more than enough to find another elite, you usually have 20% for that whole duration. So that's great. And you get an extra 15% to elite. So awesome damage gem. I'm using Warzekian Arm Guards. This in combination with Storm Armor and Breaking Destructibles gives me a nice 50% boost. This increases my run speed and increases killing efficiency and clearing efficiency. And for my amulet, I have a immunity amulet. Any immunity amulet is really good. Socketed with the Bane of the Trap. Usually I run the Toxin gem, but I'm just testing out the Bane of the Trap. I do have a bunch of crowd control from my follower, so I'm just going to try that out. I know this damage buff is stronger than the Toxin buff, but it's hard to keep the crowd control effect up with this build. So I'm basically relying on my follower to dish out the crowd control, and hopefully, yeah, I'll see some nice gains, I guess. My follower is equipped with a Bane of the Trapped himself. The aura, the secondary effect on the aura, actually works on the follower. So anything around him will be slowed. So that's crowd control already. And I'm using this, his ability where he hits and gets hit by any enemy, they will also be slowed. So that also increases crowd control. And Thunder Fury jumps up to 5 targets and will slow their movement, so that's more slow. And also a shield. I have a 1%. I have a 1 second freeze on his shield when he blocks. So so what is it? Block chance? 24%. So a bunch of crowd control stuff on him. So hopefully that will keep the buff from the Bane of the Trap up as much as possible. So here's my pursuit of the furnace. I'm just going to start off, probably do a couple riffs. Don't want to keep you guys for too long. I try to do these things pretty fast. So I only really care about legendaries here. So you're going to see me not pick up a bunch of stuff. You'll be like, oh my god, why? Why are you not picking up all this goodies? But the goal here is for legendaries. And you'll notice that I'm kind of just casting stuff and running away. They pretty much just die behind you. If something falls behind you, like a legendary, then I'll go back and pick it up. But anything else, I'm not going to really care about. Because that is not the purpose of why I'm playing farming T6. So even elites, I kind of leave them behind. You usually hear a sound when they die. So if I hear the sound, that means I know they're dead. And if I don't see a star behind me, that means they didn't drop a legendary. So I'm not going to turn back for it. Oh, I didn't show my belt, which is actually a Harrington Waistguard. So it works well in T6, but not Greater Rifts because there's nothing to click. And yeah, make sure you always click and destroy things because they have a really good chance of dropping legendaries. The other good thing about Black Hole is that it repositions mobs, so when you're stuck, like, you get stuck a lot, because you're hurting stuff. Black Hole repositions them so they kind of move out of your way. If it doesn't kill them, it at least moves them out of the way so you can continue moving on. Like the rift's already half done. It's probably been like a minute and a half. Yeah, this is gonna be a really fast rift. Like we got skeletons in here. Like it's gonna be, yeah. Thing is, I'm still gonna clear it after Rift Guardian because I'm not after shards. I'm after loot. So I'm after killing stuff. So the key to this build is pretty much just you want everything. You want as much as possible under your attacks. So you want to herd stuff. You want to use. You want to activate your Nemesis bracers. You know, you always want to be doing stuff. Yeah, don't forget to open chests and stuff. Here's something that you guys might not know. You can actually open chests and bodies without stopping. So you should try it. Run around, just keep running, and then just try to click it as soon as you run through it. So I kind of ran away for a little bit from Rakanov, just because he is still within screen distance of the Firebird dot still being active. So he's still actually dying. He's still burning. So I didn't have to have him on screen. So I just chose to go off screen, kill some more stuff. Just little things to try to be a little more efficient, increase opportunities per minute. See, I know that elite behind me just died, and I know he was gonna die from that black hole, so I just left him. Unfortunately, no legendaries. Kinda bummer. But that's it. Pretty fast run actually to clear the whole thing, less than 5 minutes. See it right there, I clicked the body on the ground while I was running through it. Yeah, still 5 minutes left, so a bit over 5 minutes to clear the whole thing. Hit Auric, ID, nothing to ID, salvage, oh. And then still have some time left to gamble, so that's kind of the routine that I got going on. Probably could have just gambled first, but as you can see, I got plenty of time left. So that's just one rift. Gonna keep going for another one here. See my Bane of the Powerful, increased damage is still going on. So I think this is my 5th rift key. Actually no, sorry, this is my 8th. I did a couple earlier. But to no avail. Yeah, you gotta be careful not to get too far away from enemies that are dying, because I believe the distance for the Firebird ability to still be active is about 2 screen lengths, so you don't want to be too far away. You can get pretty far away by wormholing away, Just want to make sure they're dead. So I got a wand. My follower actually has a legacy puzzle ring on, so he will activate once in a while when he gets hit. Pretty lucky to have one of those things, because obviously we can't get them anymore. So you kind of just want to like aggro things, get them near you. And you want to just keep leading them on. Like this rift's almost done already. Like, yep, I see an elite up there, but I want 2 elite packs. Like, you want to be fighting as much stuff as possible. Poison, so I don't worry about that. Make sure you hit stuff to activate your Harringtons. And I'm going the wrong way. Damn these snakes. Yeah, this is a really good level for Zekian Arm Guards. So less than 4 minutes to get to the Rift Guardian. Rift Guardian's gonna die in 10 seconds. Same thing as last time, I'm kind of like going away from him, killing some other stuff, or bringing it to her, and then going in for a finishing kill. Pick up the stuff, carry on. Usually she's not very good, like the Rift Guardian's not very good for legendaries, I think. Like, I don't get a lot from Rift Guardians. Yep, see I just hit that body. Take some practice, but it's kind of cool. You get the hang of it. Oh man. So right now I'm just kind of looking for elites. Stumbled on a... oh no! I blundered a little bit there. I missed the Nemesis bracers because I was under attack. Looks like this rift so far, it's been like about 6.5 minutes. I can tell by looking at my magic weapon, the tool right here. So it says 4 minutes. So that means the risk in about 6 minutes. It's not bad. Usually I run it about average, about 6 minutes. Get the body on the run. Lots of goblins. That's good. Oh, what? A monk helm. That's the end. So this one took a little longer, 7.5 minutes. See, I'm telling you, so many wands, but nothing ever good. Orc. Most of this stuff is don't even have to look at. Actually, that's not bad. Gonna have to save it. As you can see, my stash is a mess. Alright, this can be the last one. Hopefully it's a good one. Good starts. See, now I'm going too fast. I can't even click the body. Skeletons. It's gonna be a fast rip. Oh, that was nice. Actually, molten impact is quite nice, actually. Take back all the bad things I said. This is a fast rip. Guardian, less than 3 minutes. Oh yeah, bring it on! Yeah, bring more! There we go, that's a fast one. That needs to be timed. Less than 3 minutes and 30 seconds for sure. See, 3 minutes. I'm going to clear the rest of this map. That's kind of what happens when you get like a super dense rift. Yeah, a lot of density, but not a lot of drops, unfortunately. Come on, RNGesus. Like the third goblin. There's a star over there. Yeah, that's it for this one. So overall, not a lot of drops, but it is what it is, and that's the grinding game, right? So, just gonna film 3 here. Don't want to keep you guys. Hope you guys learned some cool stuff. Hopefully you guys all get whatever drops you guys want. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Take care.